So when the light falls through the lens onto the sensor, it's going through signal processing, and then it's compressed, and then it's stored, then it's recorded on a storage card. So we're going to look at the processing now at two things, at the BlackLevel and the gamma. And the gamma is the following. You're going to record it on your camera with some certain gamma, and it's going to be displayed in a certain gamma. And if you match those two up, you will see that the line in between ends up with the correct values. So if you have a camera value of 0.2, it's going to line up with the display that's also 0.2 then. But if you change this curve of the camera, the gamma curve, then you will end up with different values. So a value that's 0.3 in your camera could end up 0.2 inside of the display. Here you see some examples of the different gamma curves on the Panasonic cameras, and it also results in different pictures because values, color values and the grayscale values are differently recorded and displayed. Like in this example, the normal view, you see that it has a bigger contrast than actually the Canon log gamma setting. And later on, with a less contrast in the grading process, you can get some more or sometimes better results out of it. So now about black levels. Black level is the lowest black that you have in your picture. And sometimes in your camera it's messed up, the settings are messed up and it's not really black, or there's a lot of contrast, and then it could be that the black level setting is well, not correct. It's called in the Panasonic cameras the Master PAD, and for example in here you see now it's actually at 0. It controls only the downside of the graphical view, so only the level of the black and not the top. So the top, you will see it in the view, also stays the same. When I turn it negative, I set it in the camera now to negative, and you'll see that things are disappearing inside of the 0, but it's really stretched out, the graphical view. You see there's a high contrast in my picture, so the tops are at the same level. And if I go back to 0 again, you see that it's more normal view as we've seen it before. And if I go to positive, you'll see that my lowest level of black is going upwards to gray, so black is not black anymore, but it's gray. And the contrast is really low now. The difference between white and black, well, there's no black, there's gray, that's not so much anymore. So that's not an optimal situation. It's good to have it at 0. Or if you want a certain effect, or if you want a certain look, you can do it on the camera.